Welcome, gears and girls. My name is Gajitz, and this is the true episode 44 of FTB Infinity Evolved Skyblock. So, last episode, we made this guy over here and got it all set up. And I said that I would, in between episodes, get another one set up with a single table. And that one is for our resident machine frames. And we have our pattern for that as well in here. And it is running one of 8 channels up there. This should still only be running 4 channels into the... It's running 6. Why are you running 6 channels? You should only be running 4. You're 1 channel. These ones should be connected as 1 channel. Maybe because I connected them directly to the interface? Shouldn't really make that much of a difference. Hang on, let me just test something real quick. So if I get rid of this, and I chuck down that guy, and then put a P2P tunnel on that, and this is our channel. And then I'll use the dense one just because we can to connect that up. So that should go, and then if we do the same over here, hopefully it goes back to 4. So you, 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 and then dense cable. I know we don't really need to, but hey, what the hell not. And then did you go back to 4? No, you're still at 6. Alright, I'll have a look at that later on. But in the meantime, I want to hook up into this guy. So we've got a fair few channels running off of it right now. If we have a look, this one, we've got 8 channels coming off of here. And I want to run another one because we're going to be doing our thermionic fabricators today. So let's get onto that. We have our fabricators, which what I'm basically, you know what? Yeah, we'll stick it right here and we'll run everything off of it. So if we go up, not there. So we're going to want to chest on this guy. Okay. And he's pumping up. And then we're going to want all of these in here. And then what we want to do is we want to feed into it with 1. But we want to, hang on. We need to connect up something else as well. So we're probably going to have to feed into the front of it. Or we could feed into the bottom as well. But then that means we won't be able to get access to this. So let's do this guy like so. Then on here we're going to have an export bus as well. And then we're going to have this one. And in our export bus, I forgot to get it, so we'll just quickly fly over and grab a piece. We should get like a wireless transmitter, but I need better power first. Dust. No, sand. So sand over here. And then if we say to this guy to export sand, so it should start filling with sand. Nice. And then I don't want that. So let's do this. And then we'll feed back into this one. But we won't have thermionic fabricators. So I'm thinking we may have to chuck them here. Or we could chuck them on top, actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll chuck them on top. Like so. It's no big deal. We might even change this to a different type of chest. So let's switch you and put this back. So, and then that way what we can do is we can feed straight into this one. Why are you not doing that? Thank you. And then you and you. So I'm just going to feed these guys straight up. Like so. And then this guy, we're going to go like this, but we're going to make you an extract on black. And always active. And then we're going to come down the back of these guys. And then up the side as well. Like so. And then at the bottom here, we'll just connect it up. Might as well, doesn't really matter. And these ones are all going to be insert on black. Insert on black. Now that should start filling this guy up. So insert on black, yeah? So they should fill up and they shouldn't, like, the sand should only go into there. So insert black. Insert black. Insert black. And lastly, insert black. So that's, so they should all be inserting on black. Nice. And then this guy, we're going to have to set up with this one right here. And then we'll run our power conduits because we've got power running from here. So we'll run our power conduits all the way up as well. And they should all have power now. And they should be melting down our liquid glass. Or they should be heating up actually. Oh, there's no recipe, so it won't do it until we put a recipe in there. Now, this guy is going to get all of the items. Okay, so he's going to get all the items. Now, I need to set it so that redstone doesn't just go into one, it goes into all of them. I think I might have screwed this up a little bit. Hang on, let me have a think about this because I think I may have made a mistake. I want everything to go into here, but if you have a look, we've got all of these, and these guys need redstone. But if we say share, it's going to share it with the whole lot. So we may have to do this differently. I was thinking we could do it with this, but I don't think we can now, actually. I might have to do it the same way I've done this over here with these guys. So like with a chipset, so I can specify the items and the number. because unlike this one, the redstone, it doesn't really matter. Whereas this one, we definitely need the redstone to go into the right location. So, let's see. Okay, let me have a think about this. I'll troubleshoot and we'll be back. Alright guys, so it looks like that the only way we're going to be able to do this is with AE. Which means we need to switch this up a little bit. So we're going to chuck dense cable all the way down through there, and then chuck our ME interfaces on, and I just want to get to the sides of these as well, like so. And we're going to do sort of a similar build to over here, where we'll just like pump in with the ME interface and pull out. But the only problem is we're only going to be able to use one recipe. And then what we'll have to do as well is connect up the sand from over here. So let's do that with first hitting each one of these. Hang on. Do that again. So we're going to turn them all up. Hang on. Just smack the top of each one. There we go. And not do it too many times. Like that. And over here we'll do the same. Okay, then what we'll do is we'll chuck our these guys down. Okay, so we don't need all of those. So we'll get rid of these. If we don't need them, we won't use them. And I'll leave this 8th one open because I think I will actually bring an 8th one over there, but we've made 7, so we'll just deal with that for now. But basically, we'll have over here, we'll have this guy pump from here straight back into it, and then we'll pull the sand out from this, and we'll make sure that you are disabled, and we'll run all the power and everything across the top, like so. So it just means that basically we can do this the way it is, and then we'll have to come over here and we'll put each of these in. I'll do that off camera. Well, actually, we might do one on camera, but we'll do majority of it off camera. And if we have a look, we'll grab our power conduit. So this guy is going to be an insert, and all of these guys are going to be our extract. But we're going to set it with a filter, and we'll only extract the like tube that we need. So say, oh, hang on. So say this guy here, we want it to be the lapis one. So we need to make up the recipe, like so. And then 2 redstone. Cool. And then it's telling us that we don't have any material or anything like that. But if we come over here and we grab our lapis guy and we chuck it in here. So now this is going to send all the, like, when we request a lapis tube, it will make it in here. And if we then hook up, I'm just going to use a mini chest because I like them, and they only do a stack. So no more than a stack will end up in here. And then if we do this on extract, always active, and we're going to make it so that it inserts on, yeah, black. We were insert on black last time, so we'll just do it again. So I'll just do this one. so you guys can see. So we're going to extract on green, always active, and we'll insert on black. Now that shouldn't take the sand out. No, it's not. Cool. Oh, hang on, because we didn't do insert exert. Yeah, that one. In, out. So are you pulling the sand out now? No, you're not. So only sand will go in there and all of that, which is pretty darn awesome. Now we need to get power over here, which means I want to run it sort of neatly. So we're probably going to have to run it through here, which means I'll hook up this power supply like so. And again, hook it all on the top, like so. And then we'll grab our resonant ones because they transfer a larger amount of power. And we're going to need to go underneath this guy, which means opening up to the dangerous world outside. And then I think if I just go repair my pickaxe, jeez. So hang on, while we're here, so we need shiny. So I'll grab 2 of those, and we also need a lapis electron tube. And so this guy, we're going to say its extract is only going to be lapis electron tubes, just to be safe, to make sure that it will only pull that out. And then we need to repair this. Thank you very much. Eventually I'll change that up to, we'll change my pickup to something more useful. There we go, there's a power line. And run all the way along. And then these guys should start getting power again. And you're always active, so these guys should have... Oh no, that's right, I didn't go around, I only went around to this one. So this guy should be ready to cook. Alright. By the time we get over here, it should be finished. And now, if we come in and we go... So let's take all of these, we can see that we can craft these guys now. And let's say craft me 10, please. And it should send over and send them back for 12. Lovely. Because it makes it in lots of 4. And then there should be nothing else over here. Cool. So I'm going to repeat the process for all of them and just put each of the crafting recipes into each one of these, into the corresponding one, and it should be right to go. Now, as well, if we look over here, this should say 17 of 32, so we're running out of in like lines on this one. So I think once we put a few more interfaces down, which I'll probably put like interfaces all the way along here, like so, but probably not on this corner. So we can block all that back up. But yeah, once we have interfaces all on this, we probably won't. Like, I think I'll put the Ender IO stuff here. That will probably be the amount that we can have. Like, what are we at now? 20 of 32. So we could go a couple more, which will be pretty cool. But anyway, with that, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to hit that follow and like, and we will see you next time. All right, guys, later.